So I'll just quickly go into the actual film. So for my audience who haven't seen the film, can you tell us a little bit about the premise and the motivation behind the story?
Sure. It's a story about a 16-year-old girl named Mira, played by this one here, who is a top student and a head prefect at a very strict and traditional boarding school in India, where sort of dating is totally forbidden. And then she falls in love with a new student who's like kind of more like traveled the world and is thinks this school is a little parochial, and starts a forbidden romance and begins to experience a sexual awakening. And then her mom finds out about the relationship, and instead of being like the strict Indian mom who says no, you can't date, she actually says, I don't want you to hide things from me, bring this boy home, I want to meet him. And then grows to like him, making things somewhat complicated for Mira. Yeah.
So how was filming? How long did it take to do the filming?
We shot for 36 days, which is a long time for an independent film, but I really fought for that time, and I said I'm willing to give up some other things in order to have this time, because it's a film that lives and dies by its performances. It's all about the nuances. It's a very subtle film. There is a lot that is unsaid, and so I wanted to create space for the actors to do that. And well, the actors were really magic, which made the shoot fun.
Yeah, it was, I would say, a very cold set because we were on the mountains, but actually very warm people to work with, and it was very comfortable to be in that set. Like, all of them are very nice to each other.
And then regarding casting, how did you find the perfect cast, and how did you find the role? Could you relate to your character, or was there things that you're like, I don't know what this character's like, so I need to research into it?
Casting was a long process. We knew we had to find someone really special to carry this, and we were working with this veteran casting director in India. His name is Dilip Shankar. He cast Monsoon Wedding and all these amazing films. So we were like auditioning actors who had a lot of credits, and also doing an open call, at drama schools and universities. And Preeti came through one of the open calls, and we were immediately blown away by her performance. It seemed like she understood this character so well, and the audition scene was where Mira, for the first time, flirts or has a real conversation with her love interest on the rooftop under the stars, and a lot of people played it very coy, which didn't feel like Mira to me, and Preeti played it with a lot of strength and dignity, where she liked this boy. She's also the head prefect, we both immediately fell in love with her. But it was after months of casting, so we were like, please, maybe find Mira on our timeline.
I think I knew Mira through and through. Like, I was this girl in school who was the head prefect and top grader, but the only part which I had no idea about was the sex part, and that was something we figured out on set. What are the logistics, what are the physicalities of it, but and also I think the part where she has a complicated relation with her mother, I think I got the opportunity to work with a brilliant actress, that is Kanika, and we figured that part out about what is it that a teenage girl really wants in this time, and what is it that a mother who is also coming of age really wants. So yeah, there was one part of the character that I really knew, and some parts of her which I did not know, and I discovered with the film. Yeah.
As director, what would you say were your takeaways, and what were some of the challenges and the joys, for the film to get to Sundance?
God, the biggest challenges are in the years before the film is shot. Like, I was writing for a long time. We were trying to fundraise for such a long time, because doesn't fall in the commercial mold, even though I think it's a widely accessible and entertaining, and I would say funny film. But it's just that it was hard to convince people that I wanted to do it with actors that we found. We were not going to cast like known names. We wanted the best actors for these parts. So I think most of the challenges were there, and then once the machine starts, once it's like the funding is in place and you start casting, and then everything is so fast, and then suddenly it was like 8 years in the making, but it feels like tomorrow you're at Sundance. And it was really had like a breathless feeling, but it was pretty incredible because we watched the film for the first time with an audience at Sundance, and the audience was so with the film, gasping and laughing and crying. And then the same night of the premiere, the reviews came in. So, and then at the end of it, we won 2 awards, the Audience Award and Preeti won a special jury prize for acting. So it was like, oh my God, we have like the audience, the critics, and the awards, and it's like it couldn't be better.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And what did you like most about playing this role, Preeti?
I think it's just the filmmaking process that was there. Of course, the character is very special, but whatever experience, I feel like she spoiled me because like such a great director to work with, and she's so understanding, she's so kind to her actors, and I never at one point felt in the set that I wasn't performing well, because like the performance thing was completely taken out of my head. It was more like living the character, and every time there was something which I might have hit off the mark, it was dealt with kind words, like, you know what, I really like this, but let's try on this thing. So I think as a performer, it's very important to hear these words so that you don't really get into performance and you live the character. So she really helped me with that. I think, yeah, that was very special.
I've got one last question. If you could sum this film up in 3 words, how would you sum this film up? And also, are you loving London?
God, 3 words. I would say mother-daughter love story.
Oh, that's 4
4 words. Love story, hyphenated.
I will like take whatever she said about that. I don't really have 3 words to describe it, but I would talk about London is that it's an amazing place to be. It's very exciting, and I love the fact that there's more sun time. That there's an early morning rise and it's a very late sun out. So more the sun, the better it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we really mean by Sundance this time.
Thank you so much. It was so lovely meeting you both.
Thank you.
Likewise.
So much.
Thank you.